Man, it is going to be ugly. They're about to find out what happens to ratings when they lose the golden ticket.
Caitlin Clark's injury has shaken the WNBA, disappointing fans, especially those who paid big to watch her play. For the league's veterans, it's a nightmare. Even a short time without Caitlin exposes the gaps they've been hiding. The financial hit has already been serious, and a new report shows just how crucial she is to the league's success. The numbers are staggering. We're about to witness one of sports' biggest reality checks, but it's not all bad news for Caitlin. Her injury brings two big silver linings that could make her come back even stronger. Let's get into it. But first, I'd like to send Caitlin your best wishes and subscribe for more updates.
Oh wow, this is not good. This is not good at all.
Let's start with the injury itself. Caitlin has a left quad strain that will keep her off the court for at least 2 weeks. What makes this surprising is how tough she's been until now. She hadn't missed a single game in 185 straight regular season and playoff games, minus 139 with the Hawkeys and 46 with the Fever. This is new ground for her. Injuries happen in sports. When the league's biggest star sits out, fans get worried. How serious is it? The 2-week timeline suggests it's a mild grade 1 strain, so she should recover quickly and fully. Still, she'll likely miss at least 4 games, 2 against the Mystics, 1 versus the Sun, and 1 against the Sky. The Sky game is especially interesting. The United Center seats 20,000, but without Caitlin, it's unclear how many fans will come. We're already seeing some effects, which I'll explain soon. Of course, Caitlin's health is the top priority. But if you're a Fever fan, here's some good news to hang on to.
I do see these games against the Sun and against the Mystics and against the Sky as winnable games.
Indiana still has a good shot at winning these next 4 games without Caitlin. This injury doesn't have to ruin their season. In fact, the Fever are making a smart choice by resting her early before things get more challenging. They're keeping her safe now, where the risk is lower, instead of pushing her and risking a worse injury during an easier stretch. They did the same with Sophie Cunningham before, and it paid off.
Put me sit on the sideline and talk. That's about all I'm ready to play. She's out over there and just, I'm going crazy. Yes, she's going crazy. She makes, every 24 hours, she seems to make great progress. So we'll just, it's a long season. So we want to make sure that we're making the best long-term decision.
Even though Sophie Cunningham looked fine and was even dancing on the sidelines, the Fever still kept her out. Why? Because the season is just getting started and their priority is long-term health, not short-term appearances. With that in mind, Caitlin will probably miss more than just 4 games, likely closer to 3 weeks. She's the team star, but this year they have seasoned players ready to step up. The smartest move is to let her fully heal, even if it's tough for fans to accept right now.
Bet for her to win MVP died. Yeah, being out. The mad thing is being out for 2 weeks basically means you can't win MVP in the WNBA. Like that is one of the shocking ones.
Many thought Caitlin would be a top MVP candidate this season. Missing 4 to 6 games will definitely hurt those chances. But Caitlin has always said winning is what matters most to her, not the awards. So, while fans may be disappointed, this is a sacrifice she's ready to make to come back strong when it counts. The good news is, this doesn't look like a serious long-term injury.
This is nowhere near the level of an ACL injury, so she can come back and still be like the explosive playmaker, the explosive three-point shooter, the explosive player that she is.
While officials say this isn't the same injury Caitlin had during training camp, it's likely she was playing through quad pain all along. As a fierce competitor, she probably pushed herself until the pain became too much and forced her to rest. If she was already playing well despite the pain, imagine how much better she'll be when fully healed. That's the first silver lining. She's set to come back even stronger. In fact, she's already been spotted shooting threes in practice. From what we see, this isn't a disaster for Caitlin, just a brief setback. To understand the second silver lining, we need to look at the bigger picture. How her injury is shaking up the WNBA and why the league is starting to feel the pressure.
I'm just going to say I feel terrible for those fans that spent so much money, either home or away, to go see Caitlin Clark, because for those fans, this freaking sucks.
For the first time, the WNBA is facing life without Caitlin Clark, and it won't be easy. She's almost certain to miss the June 7th game against the Sky. That game was moved from the smaller Wintrust Arena to the much larger United Center, which holds twice as many fans, just to meet the high demand for Fever games. But let's be honest, this move wasn't really about Indiana. It was all about Caitlin.
I wonder how many fans are not going to show up. I reckon maybe 4,000 or 5,000 will show up. I reckon it'll be 2/3 full.
With Caitlin Clark out, the big question is, will fans still show up? So far, the answer seems clear. Just hours after the injury news broke, fans began selling their tickets.
And I genuinely think we could be looking at not half full. 'Cause it's not going to be half full. We could be looking at 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 spare seats. I wonder what price tickets are now.
Indiana Fever ticket prices to games over the next 2 weeks have dropped 42%. An average ticket price of $137, all the way down to $80. When it comes to the Chicago Sky game, that is the marquee matchup in the WNBA, and those tickets are crashing just as well. From $86 48 hours ago to $25.
Just as important is how many viewers watch on TV. The first Fever vs. Sky game pulled in 2.7 million viewers, a massive number for the WNBA. These matchups are usually some of the most watched games in the league. Without Caitlin, ratings could take a big hit. Fans are already predicting just how much the numbers will drop.
Viewership down by 85%. See you guys in 2 weeks. Well, the WNBA viewership will be down for 2 weeks. Man, it is going to be ugly.
WNBA games without Caitlin often attract just a third, or even less, of the usual viewers. Some league leaders and veteran players have acted like they're the main drivers of the league's growth, but they're about to get a reality check. Fans will show what really matters through their spending, viewing habits, and attention. If you doubt this, just look at what was announced right before the injury news broke.
Clark's impact on the WNBA we knew was going to be big. We now have an idea of how big.
The same expert who showed that Caitlin Clark was responsible for 26.5% of the WNBA's total economic activity in 2024 has just released a new report on her impact this year, and the numbers are amazing. They don't just highlight her importance to the league, they reshape everything. One player is literally transforming the WNBA's entire business model. Ryan Brewer, a valuation expert who follows the league's growth, says Caitlin's value to the WNBA this year could exceed $1 billion. And that's likely a conservative estimate.
If things just go as they were, I'm looking at $875 million, Brewer said to NBC News about Clark's potential monetary value for this season, for the 2025 season. Quote, and I could easily see that eclipsing $1 billion.
Think about this for a second. One player generating over $1 billion in economic impact. The study covers it all: TV ratings, ticket sales, merchandise, sponsorships, and social media buzz. And it all leads to one clear truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just one of the WNBA's biggest financial stars. She is the driving force behind the league's money and growth.
While Clark's popularity has aided the entire league, she's still one of one. As Media Sports Watch noted, 24 WNBA broadcasts garnered 1 million TV viewers. 21 of them included Caitlin Clark.
The reason is clear, and it's why the WNBA is reeling right now. They're about to experience what the league looks like without Caitlin Clark. She's the crossover star they've been chasing for years, the one who brings in casual fans. Now, the numbers back it up.
She particularly is the one who's driving a new kind of demographic that is reaching new kinds of people from the traditional WNBA fan base, that is causing the growth rate and also accelerating interest in corporate sponsorship.
This reminds me a lot of what happened with Tiger Woods in the 1990s. When Tiger arrived, he brought a level of skill, charisma, and dominance that golf had never seen before. His historic win at the 1997 Masters made him the first black golfer to take the title, and he did it by a record-breaking margin. That moment caught global attention and launched a new era for the sport. TV ratings soared, and whenever Tiger was in the spotlight, the numbers often doubled. He wasn't just a star, he was the main reason casual fans tuned in. Tiger took golf from a niche country club sport to a global spectacle. The money followed. PGA Tour prize money tripled in just a few years as sponsors and advertisers rushed in to cash in on the Tiger effect. Golfers started earning more, not because they suddenly got better, but because Tiger made golf matter. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark is doing for the WNBA. Just look at the huge revenue boost from her exhibition game against Brazil.
Average reported ticket price was $650. Now, if you do the math here and you do 15,000 people times $650, that is almost $9.75 million just for a WNBA preseason.
And that's only from one game. Now, we're seeing real reports showing just how much Caitlin has lifted the Fever organization in a single season. And the numbers are absolutely staggering.
All of this is good news for the Fever, which Sportico reported last year was worth $90 million. Brewer told the Star he believes the franchise is now worth $340 million.
She's boosted the entire Fever franchise's value by 4 times in under a year. Honestly, it makes you wonder why she isn't a part owner yet. When you add it all up, it's clear why the WNBA is on edge. They're about to get a sharp, tough look at what the league feels like without Caitlin Clark. And honestly, it's a wake-up call they badly needed.
NBA players weirdly have been fighting growth. Stop fighting the truth. Get out of your own way. It is a bad look. She is a fascinating player, and it must be exhausting hating new cool things.